One of the most popular videos that I've ever done is my Duke's Mayonnaise video, how to make Duke's Mayonnaise. And basically what I did is duplicated the taste of Duke's Mayonnaise, but without the nasty seed oils and all the ingredients you just don't want to put in your body, and without the inflammatory properties. It's a really great recipe and a really good video. But I had a lot of people that had trouble with the immersion blender. And so I've been working since then to try to come up with a way to make it just a little bit easier. And I also did a Duke's Mayonnaise video with bacon grease, which is easier, but it's still got that bacon flavor instead of that traditional Duke's flavor. So I've been working on it for a while, and now it's perfected and it's ready for you to see. I'm so proud of this recipe, I'm proud of the results, and you can use this mayonnaise as a base for all kind of things, sauces, dressings. Really, the sky's the limit on what you can use this for. I make my ranch dressing with it, I make my blue cheese dressing with it, and many, many other recipes. And if you live in the South, you know there's nothing like a good tomato sandwich. So I like to put it on my keto bread with a big hunk of tomato and some salt and pepper. And man, there is nothing better. Well, other than if you put a little bacon on there, that makes it better. But today I'm going to show you an easy way to make this mayonnaise that anybody can do. I'm going to walk you through every single step. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done and go completely from start to finish so you can make your own mayonnaise, feel good about it, and see just how easy it is right after this. Nothing says I'm from the South like Duke's Mayonnaise. If you don't have a jar of Duke's Mayonnaise in your fridge, you ain't Southern. But what I would suggest is keep the jar, take the mayonnaise out and make a bunch of this and put in there because you don't have to worry about the seed oils. Let's get in the kitchen and let me show you how easy it is to make this Duke's Mayonnaise version 2.0 so that you can have your Duke's and eat it too. The first thing you're going to need for the best keto mayonnaise you've ever had is some avocado oil. Now I get this at Sam's. It's a big bottle. It's the least expensive way to make it, and it's a great neutral base for this Duke's mayonnaise because you don't want the olive oil flavor in there. And you're going to need 3/4 of a cup of that. The next thing you're going to need is 2 eggs. Now you can get the cheap eggs if you want it to be a lighter color. I like to use really good eggs, so it's going to have a little bit more of an orange color, but the main thing is the taste. And you're going to use 2 yolks and 1 white, so figure out something else to do with the other white. The next thing you're going to need is some of this white wine vinegar. Now you don't want to substitute any other vinegar for this, so spend the $1 or whatever it is and get this white wine vinegar. It just adds to the backbone of this keto mayo and gives you exactly the taste you need. And you're going to need a tablespoon of that. The next thing you're going to need is some apple cider vinegar. Now I use this raw and unfiltered, but if you've got some of the other stuff, the filtered out, almost clear stuff in the cabinet, that's okay, you can use that. But this is the only kind I buy now because of all the health benefits. And you're going to need a tablespoon of this as well. The next thing you're going to need is a lemon. Now don't be tempted to use any of that stuff in the green bottle that's probably been sitting on the bottom shelf in your fridge for years. You want fresh squeezed for this. It really makes a difference in the taste, and that other stuff's just junk. And you're going to need a tablespoon of this fresh lemon juice. You're going to need mustard, just regular plain old mustard. Don't try that Dijon, Grey Poupon, any of that. Regular plain old mustard. Get the cheapest kind they got. It really adds the flavor, and the good thing about this, they haven't tried to start adding sugar into this stuff yet, so that's a good thing. And you're going to need a teaspoon of it. You're going to need some paprika. Now, as much as I love smoked paprika, don't use it for this. Use regular paprika. And you're going to use a 1/4 teaspoon of it. And you're going to need salt. Either Redmond's Real Salt or Pink Himalayan. And leave me a comment down there if you know why. And you'll need a 1/4 teaspoon of whichever one you choose. And then you're going to need 1/8 teaspoon of white pepper. And the reason to use white pepper in this, it's a little bit milder, but the main thing is it keeps the color of a good Duke's mayonnaise. So the first thing we're going to do is separate our eggs. Now, if you've got my chopper, you know this little attachment right here separates the yolks from the whites. Now I know some of you are going to be like, well, you can just crack the egg and move it from egg to egg or, you know, whatever. But hey, if you got this thing sitting in your cabinet anyway, why not use this? It's super simple. There's no worry about getting an eggshell in there, and it's just fun to use anyway. So, and I'll put a link to this thing down below if you don't have it. It's like a 10-in-1 or a 12-in-1. Might be a 20-in-1. I don't know. It does a lot of stuff. But anyway, just save the white from one of these eggs, and the other one, you can either fry it up or find something else to do with it, whatever you want to do. But you need 2 yolks and 1 white. And now that you got these eggs separated, we're just going to very simply tilt our jar and pour these egg yolks in without disturbing them. You don't want them to break at this point. If you like keto condiments or sauces or dressings or anything like that and you're not subscribed, hit the button down there and hit the bell right beside of it. And then anytime I do a new video, you'll know about it. And then we're just going to take our avocado oil and pour it in really, really slow. Tilt that jar to make sure you don't disturb those yolks. Just mix it all in there together. And now if you've got egg separation anxiety, I've got an old video I'm going to link up above. It was pretty funny. Just some different ways to separate eggs in case, you know, you want to see a new way, or if you just want to see a funny video. Now that we've got those egg yolks and the avocado oil in there, we're just going to start adding in our other ingredients. The first thing I'm going to do is just add that mustard right in there. And don't stir this yet. This is all going to come together. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, but just pour everything in there. You're going to go in with your white wine vinegar. Let it get well acquainted with that apple cider vinegar. Oh man, this is looking good already. Don't eat it yet though. Don't eat it yet. Then we'll go in with that paprika. Remember, regular paprika, not the smoked kind. And then let's just continue this assault of seasonings with some salt and some white pepper. Let's just put all those good seasonings in there. Let them get real happy. Let them all get together and try to love one another right now. Oh yeah. And now we're going to go ahead and get our lemon juice. Now we're going to set this to the side. So just take your favorite lemon juicer. If you don't have one, I'll leave one down in the description. I love this one. But you just want to set this aside for now. So once you squeeze it, just leave it off to the side and we'll come back to that in just a little bit. So we've added everybody to the pool except for the lemon juice and the egg whites. So if you're following along, you didn't miss that. We put those in just a little later. So just stick this immersion blender all the way down in there. Try not to disturb those egg yolks yet. And just start it on low. And you'll see that start to emulsify and come together like that. Once you see it turn white at the bottom like that, you can start moving your immersion blender up and down. You're emulsifying that oil and those beautiful egg yolks together. And we're just going to keep moving it up and down just a little bit, just to combine all those ingredients together. And I'm trying to do this in real time for you, just so you can see how fast it comes together, just to help you make sure you're doing it right. And if you pull that immersion blade out and it looks like that, you have done it right to this point. And so I've just mixed that up pretty good like that in the jar. That's the consistency you want. And now we're just going to go in with the egg white. Remember, this is the white of 1 egg. And we're going to go in with our lemon juice. And once those 2 last ingredients are in there, you're almost all the way to beautiful Duke's mayonnaise. So now just take a little spatula and just kind of fold that in like that. So you got your mayonnaise mixture, you got your lemon juice, and you've got that egg white. We're just going to stir that all together. It's going to be about this consistency right here. It's a little bit thinner, but what we're going to do is throw it in the fridge as soon as we get done stirring it up. Now once you've got it all stirred up like that, just go ahead and get a lid, and I love these plastic lids for these jars, and if you've ever used mason jars, you'll know why. If you ever get those rusty metal rings, this don't do that. So we're just going to take it and let it hang out inside the refrigerator for at least an hour or 2, or as long as you can stand it. And after it's done its time, all those flavors have come together, that beautiful Duke's mayonnaise is thickened up, you are ready to go. And you're ready to use that beautiful Duke's mayonnaise on whatever you want or in whatever you want. Hey, it's up to you. So let's check out what it looks like once it's spent its little bit of time in the fridge. Check this out. Give it a little stir like that, and you have got beautiful, creamy mayonnaise. I don't care if you like Duke's or not. You can't get Duke's like this. It is super spreadable, super creamy, and super delicious. I really hope you enjoy it as much as I do, and I hope you enjoy this easy method so that everybody can make it without any problem. If you like this video and you want to see more of my keto condiments, I'm going to put the playlist right up here that has a whole collection of condiments and sauces and things like that I make. And then right below it is a video that YouTube thinks you're going to like. Let me know how your Duke's mayonnaise comes out and what you're going to use it on down in the comments. Thanks for all your shares. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.